So travel, it should be all about the fun, not the stress, right? Well, there are some little ways to eliminate the little glitches that can mean big headaches. In today's Tech Check, Deseret News columnist Amy Iverson is letting us in on some newer tools for travel. It seems like travel continues to improve and get a little bit easier.
I love it because I feel like every time I travel, something new has come up that just makes it a little easier.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the biggest, if you have stress with your travel, you don't want to do it, right? So if we can make it easy enough, well, I'll be just jet setting around.
Okay, this first one. Now, Amy chooses her words carefully. So I am pulling straight from your word book. You say this first tip is mind-blowing.
Mind-blowing because you never knew you had this capability on your iPhone. Okay, so someone's picking you up from the airport. It's your mom, it's an Uber driver, whoever it is. They always need your info, right? And I'm always thinking, are they going online, looking up your flight to see if it's delayed, right? You go into your app, but there's no need to even go into an app. All you have to do is text your flight number, either to yourself or to someone else, DL 1016, that's your Delta 1016 flight. Then the person receiving that just taps it and gets all the information they need. If you just tap that text, that information comes up. If it's delayed, if it's on time, where it is on the map, it gives you all that info. So this works iPhone to iPhone, it works iPhone to Android. It does not work Android to iPhone. But what a great way. You don't have to give all your information to someone. You just text that flight number.
So Mark's picking me up. I text him DL 1015. He clicks on that and sees everything.
That you just saw.
Mind-blowing, right?
It is.
How did you learn about this?
I read about it and I tried it. I thought, how did I never know this was a possibility?
Oh my gosh.
And I think for ride sharing, it's the best.
Totally. We are changing the world one text message at a time. This next tool involves AI.
Yes. So Google has something called generative AI where it's testing things all the time. If you go into your Google app and hit the little beaker in the upper left-hand corner, you get access to these things. So one of the things is itineraries for travel. So I've always relied on Frommer's or Photos I will go on and say, I need a 3-day itinerary to whatever place I'm going to. It just helps me narrow down what are the most important things to see, places to eat, things like that. Now you can just go onto Google and say, plan me 2 days in Boston, or whatever it is. And it will show you exactly like day one, do this, eat here, do this for lunch, then go here.
Okay,
just
that's
this perfect itinerary. For me, I'm still going to do my own research and find, the places I want to eat. But what a great launching point. It also gives you hotel and flight recommendations. I also tried this on ChatGPT, just for fun, a different AI, very basic. Nothing compared to what Google AI gave me. So if you just want to use it as a launching point for your itinerary, it's a great way to go.
And do you know, and you might not, and that's fine, but do you know how they're generating this? Is it like ratings and reviews, or is it like sponsored, or how do we know what?
Not sponsored as far as I'm aware of, as all AI is. It's taking just everything. It's just like searching Google, but it's just a little smarter and giving it to you in order, not just saying, these are places you should go. It's saying, oh, you can go here, and then this is close. Go to this restaurant for dinner. Go here. And so it's just smarter.
This is where I have to calm myself down and say, word of mouth is still the best. We still have to talk to actual people.
Launching point.
We still need people.
Launching
we
point.
still need you travel agents. We do. We do. All right, you've told us before about the benefits of TSA PreCheck, but you've got kind of a booster to that.
Yes. So I think last time I talked about travel, I had this digital driver's license. I'm just pushing everyone to do this again because when I flew this time, Delta said, oh, do you want to use your digital driver's license? I said, sure, although sometimes it's glitchy at Salt Lake International. But then when I got to LAX, it had a separate line. And more people are doing this. So LAX is now doing this. Chicago O'Hare is doing this. Delta flights in general and United flights in general. If you have TSA PreCheck with a digital driver's license, so when I walked up to security, usually you put your driver's license in the thing. You don't have to do that. You just walk up, stand there, scan, you go.
That's it.
It's touchless. So there's no handing anyone anything. You don't have to do that at baggage either. Or at security.
So were you walking through LAX like, whoa, did
like,
that just happen?
A little swagger.
Okay. All right, and if we're traveling out of the country, there's a little known app that you say can save you big time at customs.
Yeah, so similar to TSA PreCheck, there's something called Global Entry, which is for when you come back into the country, it just helps you so you don't have to do all the paperwork, it's just faster. Well, if you don't want to do that, because it's $100 for 5 years, you can download something called the Mobile Passport Control app.
Okay.
The Mobile Passport Control app. It does similarly where you don't have to fill out the paper anymore. You're just doing it on the app. It links to your passport, and at many airports, when you come back into the States, again, you'll have a designated line. You don't have to wait, because the long lines are what are so frustrating.
It kills
you don't have to wait in the long line. You go right through.
I'm kind of in this moment of marvel, and I've said this probably 5 times in the last month of the show, but like, can you believe how far technology has come in the last 10 years?
Every day there is something that's making our lives easier.
It's wild. All right, thank you for breaking it down for us. You'll have all the details in your column.
Yeah, so all the links at Deseret.com/Amy.
Okay, thank you so much. Keep traveling so we
I
can keep
will.
learning all of these cool things.